What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a Cut Above Knife and Leather Co. So today kind of got a fun introductory project that really anybody can do that's starting out in the leather craft. And so I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I'm just now getting around to making one of these. So just the way things happen. What we're going to be making is a weight bag for tooling leather. I've been fighting this for a long time, so today is the day I'm going to finally make some. And I can't take all the credit for this design or this project. I mean, there's a bunch of, or I wouldn't say a bunch, but there's a couple videos out there. The one that I saw that got me motivated into making this was Attack Line Leather. So if you're new to leather making, leather crafting, go over, check out his channel. He's got a really good channel, does a lot of good projects. So credit where credit is due, Attack Line Leather. That's where I saw this. I'm gonna alter it just a little bit, but the basics are there. So thought I'd jump on here and do that. So a couple of the things that you're going to need, and this is a very simple, very introductory project. Need some barge cement or some cement of some sort, some contact cement. And a pretty awesome deal. I was at my local Michael's looking for some of the stuff to make this, and this was on the clearance aisle. Normally $37.99. It was marked down to $15 because it was dented up. If you guys know how much this stuff is normally or look for it, this stuff is ridiculously priced. I saw this at $15 and I was like, yeah, deal, gotta get it. The other thing, have you guys seen how much these stupid mats are now? This is, I couldn't believe it. This thing was $45 for this mat. Luckily, I had a coupon for it, but good grief. Highway robbery. I don't know if it's just the way our world and market is, but that's ridiculous. You need some sort of cutting mat or something. You need a couple of baggies. Prefer the ones that don't have the name brand locking zipper-like contraption. Just a regular sandwich bag. I'm going to be cutting that name brand item off. Some straight edges. Something to mark and measure. Some canvas or material that you want to work with. Attack Line Leather, he was using some suede, which is a good option. I didn't have any suede, couldn't find any suede, so some duck canvas is what I grabbed. Maybe asking why the heck blue. Well, I had a 3-year-old with me. I asked what color he liked. He said blue, so we grabbed a yard of blue. A yard seems quite excessive. I could probably make these things for the rest of my life and sell them, but now I'm going to be a hoarder of duck canvas. But the good thing about this duck canvas is you can melt some wax into it and use this to burnish the edges of your leather. Instead of using a burnishing stick, you can use some canvas, so multi-use for it. Now I apparently have enough canvas to last a lifetime. Some steel BBs is what I'm using for my weight. If you order it from Amazon, apparently they will throw it out the door and totally ruin the cap. So when I open this up, I had BBs everywhere. I will be forever cleaning those up in my shop now. So thanks, Amazon. Good job on that one. Probably the same person that delivered this barge cement to the local store. Lastly, you're going to need a utility knife. Sharp blade every time that you start a project is going to save you a lot of headache and hassle. Blades are cheap in comparison to the headache and nightmares that you're going to have trying to cut stuff with a dull blade. So the power of YouTube, I've already cut my pieces. We have roughly 4-inch by 6-inch squares. I'm going to be making 2 of these bags, so I've cut 4 squares. So 2 for each if you are slow in the math realm like myself. So put that straight edge over there, put that over there, kind of get cleaned up. So this is really easy. Get the back sides of your material, whether it's suede, canvas. You could use an old pair of cotton pants. You could use a pair of denim pants if you want. Basically, you just want something that is not going to mar or leave a blemish on your leather, because when you're tooling leather, that leather is damp. So anything that you slam down on it or drop on it is going to leave a mark. So you want something soft, and that's not going to leave anything. So we'll take our barge cement. This is the whatever the tolling, whatever that, you tell me how you pronounce. I don't know. It's the stuff that doesn't make you die type thing. So we're going to use the new stuff because it is nice, and we're going to do 3 edges. We're going to stop about 1 inch above because we're going to use that to close up. This stuff definitely has a different smell than the normal barge cement, but whatever, it all works.
Okay, guys, it's me from the future. Well, your past, your future, my. Anyway, so I said that you want to do this on the reverse side. I'm wrong. You want to do this on the side that you're going to be seeing, because we're going to glue this together, stitch it, then fold it inside out. So do what I say, not as I do, but not as I say, but as I do. You get the point. I messed up. Yep.
A lot more too, to be honest with you. Thought it was supposed to stink less. Heck if I know. So I've been fighting not having these things, not having a weight bag. I've looked online to see if I could just buy them because, you know, I'm addicted to Amazon and buying stuff instead of just doing it myself, because time, kids, life, full-time jobs, part-time jobs. Sometimes it's easier just to buy stuff, but this is a super easy project. There's no reason why nobody can do this. And you have, I mean, I'm going to say you have to have it if you're tooling leather. You need something to weight down your surface. I've tried like putting blocks on the side of my project, and that's not enough weight. Then it moves around, and it just, this is going to eliminate a lot of frustrations. Hopefully. Because I'm a person that doesn't like frustration. I can't remember. Did I say that you need to do this on the back side? I was wrong. It doesn't really matter. Because we're going to end up putting these 2 pieces together, then turning it inside out to make a pocket. No, I'm not a seamstress. Or seamster. What's the male equivalent of a seamstress? My aunts and grandma are probably not happy with me at this point. My grandma was a seamstress most of her life. Basically up to the time that she passed away. Probably getting loopy from this contact cement. But, you know, you should do this in a well-ventilated area. Do as I say, not as I do. So we want that to basically dry where it's not sticky anymore. And carefully stick these 2 together. Then we'll grab our little tack hammer. Because contact cement loves pressure, meaning if you press it down, the harder you press it down, the better it's going to bond. So use a hammer, or if you have a roller, that works great too. Okay, we're done. That's it. Just kidding. So now we're going to sew up these 3 edges just so it's got extra protection. You know, that's what we're doing. So I am gonna get you guys set up over in the other room because that's where my sewing machine is. So hold tight. Here we go. All right, the power editing. We are now in the other room. So this is probably the first time you guys are seeing this sewing machine. I bought one of those cheap Chinese ones. Don't do that. They're junk. Some people say they work great and they can get them to run. I never could. I spent more time trying to get that stupid thing to run than just finding one that does. So I got this from a local shoe repair store that was going out of business. Got a great deal on it. It is a Singer 29K71 patching machine. I built this table for it. It came as you see it. I am not an expert with this machine, but I can get it to sew. Saying that, this video is probably going to be an utter fail, and you're going to watch this thing just probably fall to pieces. So here we go. I do not know what size thread this is. I do know this is a 140 needle that I use for leather. So for all you leather and sewing enthusiasts, have your heart out for it. But this is a foot treadle machine, and here we go. So far, so good. Hardest part is getting this to stay up. So there we go. It's a little bit larger of a needle than what we need for this, but it doesn't matter. It's all going to get hidden. We just need it to hold together is all. So this is a shoe patcher, so this will move the foot, the walking foot, so that it can, you can manipulate it and do turns. Get our thread here. Come here. Come here. Big thumbs. Small thread. Frick's sakes. Come on now. There we go. Yep. What are you doing? Why you no worky? You guys are tearing me up in the comments right now. I just know it. But I'm human too. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. So I've never sewn anything other than leather with this. I do see that it needs adjustment for that. So, all right, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go back over to the other shop. This is probably the trickiest, getting these little things turned inside out. Just using the handle of the hammer to try to kind of get that pulled all the way down to the stitch. So, Hey. So, take our baggie, shove it down in here. And the reason for the bag is this is steel shot. So over time, as it moves around, it's going to create some dust, and you definitely do not want that coming through your material or coming out the edges, because that's going to start leaving that onto your, that's a nice lid we got there. That'll start leaving that dust on your project, and we don't want that. Oh, here goes nothing. See what we can do. Working out better than I anticipated. So, just fill it up to however much you feel like it needs. Put a little bit more in there. Again, this is just steel BB ball that I got off Amazon. His cheapest and fastest delivery. You can just go to your local Tractor Supply or store like that and get Daisy BBs. But both times I tried to go to my local store, there was nobody available, and apparently that stuff's locked in a case, and I couldn't get anybody to unlock the case, so I guess I couldn't buy any. So that's why I went on Amazon. Trim this non-name brand locking zip, another lock thing. So we're just going to fold that down in there. And now, let's see if we can't make a giant mess. So we are going to just put, I'd like to lay this down on the counter, but I know if I do, I'm going to have roughly 1/4 of 7,000, math again, on my desk or workbench and floor. So I'd prefer not to. That's the one thing I hate about brand new cans. We want to be kind of careful about how much we put on here, because this could end up being seen in the very end. So set that guy aside, let it dry, and while we're doing that, we will fill number 2 up. Again, put our bag in here. Put our bag in here. There. It'll go down there in a minute. Easy, gently, more, faster, slower. Not so fast. Not so slow. It's stressful. Try to kind of pull down those areas. Perfect. Get that off my desk before the worst case scenario. Again, the really cheap lunch bags would work perfectly for this. But apparently we're bougie people and we don't have those. Just kidding. But no, seriously, we don't have those. I thought we did. Okay, so what we're gonna do is carefully fold that on itself. Then we'll be able to do that. So it just gives us a nice finished clean edge. Now it's really important that we get as much of this possibly on the brush so we can just make a giant mess and ruin everything up that we've done so far. Oh my. This is what I'm saying. This is why I hate these brand new. I know what you're saying. Get one of the glue pots. I know, I'm cheap. Gosh, I got too many BBs in here. But what I'm saying is you don't want glue all the way up to that edge because you will see that and it'll look like crap. More? Not so much. Okay. Put you off to the side. Let you dry. You are done drying. So we will take you and start to fold you over. I'm not talking to myself if I'm filming this, right? I'm talking to you guys. That's what I try to tell myself. I mean, tell you guys. We have to battle this again. I know, glue pot. I know. Don't yell at me. God. There we go. Yeah, do a simple project, Evan. That's a great idea. Glue everywhere. Down there. Okay, so try not to get this stuff all over everything. What am I looking for? Down there, Mr. Bag. There we go. Match those two up. Fold that in. Glue for my fingers. If you're gonna use contact cement, I don't know what this thing. It's just a like rubber eraser. You can find them on different leather sites, but like if you get contact cement on your surface, you can use this and it comes right up. I wish I could say the same for your hands, but it's neither here nor there. And yes, I'm open for Christmas package wrapping, whatever you call that. Okay, go into the sewing machine, put a stitch on there, and we are done. So hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so there we go. We have 2 bags that we can now use for tooling, and I can't find. Here, I got something here. And holds it down. You can tool. You can rest your hand on it. It's not going to move around. My stitches aren't great, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not a seamstress. I'm a leathercraft maker person, hobbyist. So they are pretty nice. They got some pretty good heft to them. I would guess probably a pound and a half shot in it. But they will do the job quite nicely. They're not going to leak out. They're not going to leak dust out of them. So they're going to keep the material nice and clean. And it's going to hold it down while I tool and move around. And not going to, as I move my hand, it's not going to bump it. So there we go. There's 2 of them. So drop down in the comments. Tell me what I screwed up. I'm sure it's about half of it. By the way, don't use this stuff inside. This whatever toluene free formula. It is absolutely horrendous inside. I've used the regular all-purpose barge. I've used this down here for a little over a year. Never had a problem with the smell. This stuff is terrible. I know it says to use may cause dizziness or drowsiness. So there you go. It is what it is. So make sure you have good ventilation when you use that. Not down in your basement shop like me, because I can't wait to edit this video. It's probably going to look horrendous because of this stuff. But there you go. So hope you guys have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next video.